50 minus 100. And she would have a negative $462. So there's no way she can pay all of these with that first paycheck. In this video, we will look at Brooke's budget for February. So step one is going to be to list all the money available, the dates and the amounts that she can use for her February expenses. She's going to get 2 paychecks that she can use to pay her February expenses. She's going to get paid on the 1st, and then she'll get paid on the 16th. Each of those is going to be $1,480. And then we're going to look back at her January budget sheet. And on that sheet, it looks like she's going to have $518 to roll over, which can be used for the February budget. So January rollover, 518. And then if we add those up, 518 plus 1480, it equals $1,998. Let's double check our math. 518 plus 1480, 1,998. Let's draw a line to divide the paychecks. And then we'll draw a line across the top here. For her total income and money available, she's going to have the $1,998 plus the $1,480. So that would be $3,478 total available to pay expenses. Step 2 will be to list expenses. You want to put the due date, what it is, and the amounts. So we'll put due, what, and amount. And February is going to look much like her January budget because a lot of her expenses were the same. So she had to do a lot of work to come up with her initial budget in January, but now that she has her January budget done, the months going forward will be a lot easier. So for her February budget, we're going to have on the 1st rent for $1,200. Food, she's going to budget $300. Gasoline, $150. As far as transportation, she only has gasoline. She pays her car insurance every 6 months, and that's due in June. And she has a paid off car, so she has no car payment. Her other spending category, she just likes to group all of those expenses together and just give herself $300 a month for that. On the 8th, trash is due. That'll be $25. On the 10th, renter's insurance. That's going to be $18. On the 12th, her cable internet bill. That's going to be $142. And on the 13th, electric for $150. And then she also made a note on her January budget. She had to pay these late. She didn't have all the money needed to pay the cable internet bill or the electric bill on time. And so she has to budget in a late fee. So she'll put late fee. It's going to be for the cable and electric bills. And for the late fee, she's going to put $50. She doesn't think it's going to be $50. She thinks it'll be less, but she likes to budget high. If she budgets too low and then it comes in higher, she may not have enough money to cover all of her bills. And that late fee is for the cable internet bill and the electric bill. Those are due on the 12th and 13th. The cable internet bill is due first on the 12th, so she wants to have that money ready on the 12th. Also in February is Valentine's Day, and she wants to put aside some money for that. She wants to budget $100 for that, and that is on the 14th. Then we have the cell phone at $92, due on the 18th. Her water sewer bill. This is due in even months. And February is an even month, and she thinks it's going to be $100. It is due on the 24th. On the 25th, her credit card is due. And right now she's only paying minimum payments. She had spent a lot of money in December and got off track, and she's now just getting back into budgeting, and so all she's doing is the minimum payments. And then she needs her gas bill for her house heating. That is due on the 27th, and she thinks that's going to be $50. And instead of this $150 for her electric bill, she thinks it's going to be higher. So she wants to put in $175 for her budget. Let's total up what these are going to be. $1,200 plus $300 plus $150 plus $300 plus $25 plus $18 plus $142 plus $175 plus $50 plus $100 plus $92 plus $100 plus $115 plus $50. And that equals $2,817. Let's double check our math. $1,200 plus $300 plus $150 plus $300 plus $25 plus $18 plus $142 plus $175 plus $50 plus $100 plus $92 plus $100 plus $115 plus $50. $2,817. And all her expenses of $2,817 are less than the $3,478 that she has available to pay all of her expenses. So step 3, start subtracting and revise as needed. It looks like she has money available and enough to pay, but will she have all the money needed by the time the bills and expenses come around? And if we look, she doesn't get paid till the 16th, and all of these she would like to have before the 16th. So she definitely wants to pay her rent. And $1,200 minus $1,200 is 0. She definitely wants to pay her gas and her food. Gas is $150. Food is $300. And then let's see where we are with the budget. So $1,998 minus $1,200 minus $300 minus $150 minus $300 minus $25 minus $18 minus $142 minus $175 minus $50 minus $100. And she would have a negative $462. So there's no way she can pay all of these with that first paycheck. So she needs to decide what's most important. Her food and gasoline, she doesn't need all of that at the beginning of the month. In January, she ended up splitting it half and half between the paychecks. So she used half of her food budget from the first paycheck and half of her food budget from the second paycheck. So let's do that again. 300 divided by 2 is 150. So 300. And if she pays 150 from this paycheck, 300 minus 150, she'll have 150 left to pay. And she can pay that with her paycheck that she receives on the 16th, which will bring it down to 0. Let's do the same thing for gasoline. 150 divided by 2 is 75. So 150, if she uses $75 from this paycheck, she'll need $75 more, and she can pay that from her 216 pay. Her other spending category, a lot of that is just extra spending. She doesn't have to absolutely pay that. It's more of a want than a need. So let's see if we can pay all of the bills except for that one with this $1,998. So $1,998 minus $1,200 minus $150 minus $75. That's $573 left. We'll skip this 300, take out the 25, 18, 142, 175, 50, 100. And she has $63 left. So what she can do is she can pay $63 out of this paycheck for the other spending category. And then she can cover all of these. And she's already, oh, this is not zero right here. This would be 300 minus 63. 237 would be left. And then she can just pay that 237 out of this paycheck. And let's just double check our math. 1998 minus 1200 minus 150 minus 75 minus 63 minus 25 minus 18 minus 142 minus 175 minus 50 minus 100. $0 left. So she's actually further ahead and better off than she was at this time last month, because remember last month she had to pay some of these, her cable internet bill and her electric bill, late. So she can cover these now with her first paycheck and her rollover. So she's making progress. So the rest that needs to be paid with this 216 paycheck, these are already accounted for. These are all paid. So that would bring her down to here. The 100 for the sewer water, 115 credit card minimum, and 50 gas home. These would all then come down to 0. And then we'll total that. So if she starts with 1480 and then takes out 150 minus 75 minus 237 minus 92 minus 100 minus 115 minus 50, that leaves her with $661. Let's double check. 1480 minus 150 minus 75 minus 237 minus 92 minus 100 minus 115 minus 50 equals $661. Now she needs to decide what she wants to do with this $661. She still is having trouble paying her bills in the first part of the month, and she has no emergency fund. This would be the only money she has available. So she thinks it would be wise to just roll this over. So she's going to use this as a rollover to pay March bills. And if we look, she only had $518 to roll over from January, so she's already ahead. So let's see, 661 minus 518. She's $143 ahead of where she was last month. Plus, she doesn't have any late fees this month, so she can add an extra 50. She's actually $193 ahead of where she was. If she continues to make this kind of progress, she'll be well on her way to paying off her debt and starting to save and invest, and she'll be on her way to becoming a millionaire. Next time we look at Brooke's budget, we'll be looking at an annual overview, and we'll be accounting for the once-a-year expenses that occur. We'll make sure she has enough money to cover all of that, such as her car insurance payments, a vacation she wants to go on, Christmas. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Say it with me. You can become a millionaire. I can become a millionaire. We can become millionaires one budget at a time. Until next time, I wish you well.